thought so when they sent the capture and stuff. I was like, wait a minute, is
Fuck.
this leave and he's gone?
I started streaming without doing the
So
motherfucking title, dog. Hold on. Let me fix the title. Title.
give it the title.
Them motherfuckers still think we
Yeah,
talk
give
about
it the
some
title.
gears or some bullshit somewhere. Hold on, let me but yeah, nigga, that email is something. The email is so wonderful. I was laughing, and I'm at work, so I'm already in the business brain. You know what I'm saying? When you in your business mind, when you at work, and that's all you see is the business shit. Like I didn't see shit else. And I was like, oh, that's what's happening. But then it makes sense. It has to happen. You can't, like, motherfuckers is thinking about, okay, they're like, all right, they took the price down. That's good, awesome, yes. And that's all niggas thinking about. Yes, the price is low. And they're not thinking about the repercussions of slashing half of your fucking price. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have 800 games and be able to pay those 800 motherfuckers with $9. You know what I'm saying? Subscriptions when Microsoft barely do it with $1 or $9 even. Motherfuckers complaining about that shit then. Like imagine having 800 instead of 200. Like they're gonna have
You
to.
can download shit from PS Now, right?
Huh?
Or you can only stream.
No, you can do both. You can download more on PS Now than you can on Games with Gold or Games Pass.
How much does it cost again? Does it cost the same as PS Plus?
It's $9. Yeah, it's $9 a month now instead of 20. It's 9, and then it's like 20.
$60 for a year.
Yeah, $16 for a year.
It's $60 for a year. $20. No, it's like
Yeah, so
$20
it's
a
PS
month.
Plus then. It's the same price,
No,
right?
$9.99 a month, and then
Well, it's
$20
simple that it's on PC
a
as
month.
well, so they've got a bigger install base.
Yeah. Hey, you notice there's an asterisk next to Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
No, I was watching the homie set, right? He was talking about I didn't get to watch the whole thing, I was at work and shit. But he was talking about if they're the same price and you can play games online if you got PS Now, right? Then I might as well do that instead of PS Plus. The only reason why I have PS Plus is to play online. I
Right.
don't even download the free games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't know, like I don't have it because I'm like I've never done that shit. I just buy the shit that I want. That's it.
Right.
800 games.
No, it's a good deal now, but it came at a big cost, and that's where I see motherfuckers ain't talking about like nowhere. Nigga, Xboxes is niggas is saying, oh, it's gonna be day and date. You know how they do. Oh, it's gonna be day and date. That's why, like, if it was gonna be day and date, they would have did day and date right now today. Shut up, stupid. Niggas ain't doing no fucking day and date.
They just ain't doing it right
No,
now because they're
why?
making too much fucking money as it is.
Why? Okay, so why stop making that money? Like, why hold to your money for? You know what I'm saying?
Because they wouldn't stop making money because their games are hot shit right now. So even if they did put it day and date, they still
Bro,
would be making
are you
enough
fucking
money.
telling me? Are you telling me that you wouldn't pay $9 a month to play a game for a month? You telling me like this like them Xbox niggas is doing right now? PlayStation niggas do that same bullshit.
You could pay $60 and play that bitch for a year.
Nah, think about it, my nigga. What they're doing is they get maximum money. Them niggas is they letting their games be out for about a year, right? And like after a year, games slow down in sales. They start doing these sales. Like, if you look at the games they put on there, all of them motherfuckers is on sale. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Can I
motherfuckers
get a
ain't even
briefing real
full
quick?
price no more.
So what you saying? They trying to slow down the
No,
sales.
when sales slow
That's what I'm
down,
saying. I'm
when
saying not sales, not sales
Wait.
themselves.
uh-huh.
I mean,
Putting stuff
well,
on sale.
before all that, before all that, can we like change the title and shit
Yeah,
so
no, I'm
we will be
working on it.
talking about
I'm working
and
on it. You
debrief
know,
this
yeah.
motherfucker? Oh, late ass. Someone debrief this man.
Nigga, go to Twitter. You can go to Twitter and be debriefed, nigga. Yeah.
Nigga, I don't want to go to Twitter and get briefed.
All
I want y'all
right.
niggas to brief
Okay.
me.
PS now,
We ain't even
nigga.
started yet. We was just randomly talking.
Well, brief me on the randomness.
Nah, nigga. No. We was just talking about fucking Sony going to fucking that doing the shit with the PS and the price.
See, and I get what Thrash is saying. Now I understand it. After a year, right after the hype has died down, the sales die down too.
Right, exactly, and that's why they got to put shit on
So
sale.
now, yeah, they have to put stuff on sale because you get your maximum money. Like it's front loaded. All these games are front loaded in terms of like the money that you get.
That's also what I was saying. What I was saying was instead of putting stuff on sale, you could put it in there, and motherfuckers that be like, "Hey, I don't want to pay for the service no more. I'm just gonna buy it at the fucking regular price."
Oh, hold on, I'm the one with the echo. Hold on,
Or
my bad. Hold on, let me fix this echo.
or they be like, "Oh shit, this shit's still regular price. I'm gonna just keep this goddamn service." So you kind of track them.
Nah. See,
I was looking at
you
a
get.
six podcast this morning,
Hey,
right?
how's that
And one of
echo?
the things that he ended up saying is that you still get multiplayer with the PlayStation. What do you call that shit again? PlayStation now.
Plus,
It's just
now,
that you won't get the sales and shit like that with it. You
look,
know, so I think
Say
they
that
got the
again.
best of
Say
both
that again.
worlds.
no,
PlayStation,
uh
PlayStation now, you get multiplayer in there. They announced that before, but you just don't get the sales that Plus gets. So it caters to two different demographics. If you don't really give a fuck about sales, you just in it for just,
for the getting games on
casual
the go.
gaming, you can
Right,
just select that one.
You know
facts.
what? That makes sense. See, you a good salesman. I'm gonna stay with play.
But that's
He
what
said one nigga should cut off.
that's the same Xbox been telling.
No, I'm
No,
saying the reason why I was saying that, if that's the case, I might as well get now instead of plus, right?
But
But
some people don't even want to own their games. They,
no, but
truth be
that's but
told,
that's
like
what I'm
it's the
saying.
Spotify effect. It's the
No,
Spotify effect. You don't want to
But
buy
hold
the
up,
shit.
this is the shit that Josh is saying now is the same thing some of these Xbox were saying.
Jesus, man, can I finish?
go ahead, go.
I'm saying, all right, don't listen. The only
Sorry,
reason why
angry
I
Asian.
have the reason why I have PS Plus, and this is just strictly for me. I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah,
people,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
for me, the only reason why I have Plus is to play online. I don't give a fuck about the free games they give you because it's technically not free if I have to pay for it. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah.
I mean, I
Facts.
pay a
I pay
monthly service
most of the
for
shit
this
they
shit.
give
It's
away.
not
We
free,
probably already bought anyway.
Hmm.
right? If I wanted, I would probably had it already. Because by the
Yeah,
time it comes on there for free, it's been at least a year, at least.
yeah.
Usually, it's about two to 3 years
Hmm.
when it comes out. But I just get it to play online and shit. But if you telling me I can get PS now and that comes with it online, I mean, what
And you
good
ain't
is
got to pay
Plus?
for
But
Plus.
Plus is good for motherfuckers who buy games. They give you
I mean,
discounts and shit.
Yeah, I
You know what I
like the
mean?
Plus.
So,
I'm the Plus
you'll
nigga.
still be paying the
right.
if you're gonna get it for the year, you'll still be paying the same price as now as
Exactly,
you
but
just
that's what I'm saying though. I buy games, so Plus is kind of
yeah.
nice because you get them PS Plus discounts.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Right.
like you don't want to
That makes
lose.
more to me. That makes sense. But there are people, weird as they may be, that do not want to own their games. That's the Spotify niggas.
Hmm.
What they'll do is they'll just be like, I'll take that. I'll take that L. You know, and
I mean,
I don't
it's
really
it's
care
been
about sales
around.
or owning.
You sound
It's
a
been
real
around for a
Xbox.
minute. I never had it, but I'm assuming there's a decent amount of they probably like it. That's cool.
But
But
I think them
I
niggas
mean, at
don't
least
real.
there's an option though.
yeah,
Everybody loves
I
options.
just be buying my shit. I'm just used to that shit.
I don't think
You
that
know
is.
what I
I
mean?
don't think
Yeah,
niggas
I ain't
realize
buying
what
my
it
shit either.
is. I think you got to
Yeah, you sound
realize.
low, Thrash.
Damn, again, this stupid ass, whack ass OBS updated this bitch too, thinking it was gonna work. Is it really that low?
Yeah, it's kind
I
of low.
mean, not
Yeah.
really.
How's this?
You can
To
hear
me,
you
it
a little
is.
softer than
It's
usual,
not
which
low
is
to
perfect
us, but
because
it might be low to the chat.
Is the chat? Is it low in the chat? Is that what these bitch ass niggas are saying in chat? Oh yeah,
I don't
no,
know. Let
no,
me
No,
look
cool.
at the
I'm
chat right
saying
now.
that everybody else
they're
sound
good.
loud.
It's
Everybody
probably
sound loud, but you.
check your what's the name? See if I'm turned down in
Oh
Discord.
yeah, true. I can't do it, so I have to just press my ears up against the shit. Ron,
All right, now let me tell y'all niggas what the fuck though, nigga. Like the people who don't want to own their games also got to realize they don't want to choose the games they play either. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Yeah,
Xbox they day and date, and therefore like if they choose Xbox games, yeah, but then third party games, they're not gonna be able to choose which ones they want to play. They're gonna have to wait and hope that it comes to the service. Same thing with PlayStation. They're gonna have to wait and hope to see what comes to the service. You don't only just lose ownership, you lose control. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's like and like I was talking to Dirt over here. Dirt over here going off and shit. I'm telling this nigga like, oh, you need to sit down in the podcast and understand why Sony niggas is saying this ain't good, nigga. It's not good if niggas is getting if they trying to push this shit for no reason. Like Sony has no problem. They are profitable in the gaming industry. They're profitable with their games. The game they just showed a demo for just broke records and having the most pre-orders ever. Right? They are profitable as fuck. So they don't need to do this shit. And the only reason they would do it would be for that control, for that type of control where they don't want to have to make consoles no more. They can just stream everything and then have everybody connected like that and hope everybody's connected and make money regardless of what they bring to the table. Like motherfuckers keep saying 800 games. I've had PS now, right? I have it now, and there's 800 games. But I'm not playing damn one of them motherfuckers really. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go back and play a couple, like real shit. I go back and play a couple. It's like they all old games, the indie games, or games I just don't want. That number looks fantastic until you actually look at what games they got. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. Well, that's with anything.
That's with anything. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, same thing with Xbox and all that shit. So it's like these niggas is falling for that company trap to where they getting these cannon fodder games and they just show you the number like, oh, 200 games here, 800 games here. Oh, we got millions of people in day one that are playing Gears because it's fucking day one of Gears, nigga, for $1. So you celebrating these big ass numbers that don't mean nothing to you. They just want us to subscribe and forget. So we are now paying for shit. And niggas like, well, why do you think it's gonna fail? I'm like, nigga, you don't see Netflix? Like, nigga, Netflix had a monopoly on this shit. You know what I'm saying? There's so many repercussions that niggas don't realize. Like what's gonna happen next? Motherfuckers are only seeing what's in front of them. They're not seeing that EA already got their own streaming service. They don't see that Ubisoft got their own streaming service. I guarantee you, Rockstar next. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, all these big third-party companies are gonna come out with their own streaming services to where the only way you can get their games is through streaming. That's the streaming future that these niggas are saying that we gotta take. If consoles don't exist no more, it's gonna be channels in gaming to where you gotta own this channel and own this channel. Like you gotta. The next thing you know, you spend
Flash, if I can
you spending $100 a month.
if I could just interject real quick. If I could just interject real quick on what you were saying, I believe it was Sean Layton. He ended up saying like, "Yo, like it's the content that is going to be the most important."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Content is going to be everything. Content is life with these companies and stuff like that. Well, you know.
I wonder what this Sean Layton do, man.
Sean Layton.
I believe he was asked to step down.
Well, he was.
Of course. But damn, immediately though? Immediately?
No.
I'm saying though, I wonder what he did, like what he did to cause him to have to step down. Well,
he grabbed somebody by the pussy.
I read another article said there was also a power struggle going on.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, every
it's politics in every area.
So there's always one with a company.
It's politics in every business. Yeah, in every business, it's always gonna be politics.
No, it's not even that.
They were
It's
saying
just,
that was part of his reason stepping down. He didn't part of it.
I mean, it's a lot of speculation. No one quite knows.
This is the thing with every company, though.
Yeah, we don't
for
know.
every couple of decades, there's always a shake-up with it. You know what I mean? Once it survive, anyway, they change.
No, they talk at it.
I mean, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, Sean Layton didn't go. He was left. You know what I'm saying?
He left immediately. Like he left right then and like the same day. Like I've never seen that.
He didn't even.
Let me ask you. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone today. Yeah. Yesterday was his last day.
I'm always curious when like the company come out and announce it,
and not themselves.
Right? Because here's the thing. How does these things go down? If this motherfucker is trying to like quit or retire, as a motherfucker in his position, he would let the company know weeks and months ago. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers don't just bring it on your ass, and not the company. He's the one to like break the information because that's his choice, that's his decision. How can the company come out and make the announcement for this motherfucker's decision? You know what I mean?
And then that was a whoopsie.
Like think about this, right? If you in like a high level position, right, with a company, and then you quit because you found somewhere else or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case is, you're not trying to work there no more. You would be the one to break it to the public because like the public know about you well enough, right? So you will be the first one to speak because you want to explain yourself while you're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You don't let the company do it for you.
Mm-mm.
If the company
See,
did it for
I
you, they
had
ask
something
you to
like
step away.
I had
You know what I
something
mean?
like this happen to my old job, and it was she was like the director of the actual like building, and then all of a sudden the job said that effective immediately she will no longer be there. We wish her the best in her endeavors, right? So everybody's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Clearly she fucking did something. You know what I mean? It turns out that she was using the company's like credit card, and it's a bank, to finance her fucking her renovations in her in her kitchen,
Damn.
and then she would pay it back. But still, you can't do that shit because of laws and shit. What I think is going on with Sean Layton
Like
is one of two things.
that's money laundering for.
That's exactly. So she's not going. So she's not going to
she,
get no interest. So she
she
got she
probably
got fired immediately.
she probably paid it back with her man's coke money and shit.
Hmm.
We were like, what the fuck? So two things that I could. Huh?
No, I said go. I was gonna ask Mo about that.
I don't know what. No one knows why she did it though. Like it was just weird. She was just
I'm
like
saying, hey, that's smooth. If no one caught her ass, that's smooth. Like, where did she get the money from? I'm saying, how she finance it? Smooth as fuck. It means you got the money lined up. You trying to watch that shit. That's what I'm
right.
Why
thinking.
should
Maybe
she do
maybe
that?
because
It shouldn't have to do
I
that.
have a criminal mind or something. But that's the way I'm thinking.
Hmm.
I
Or
just
She in
think
she's
that.
if
just
she
real
already
dumb.
got
Like
that
she's so
money.
dumb it seems smart. You
But
know what
here's
I
the
mean?
thing. No, here's the thing. What I'm trying to figure out is if she already got the money to pay it back, why is she gonna put his bitch credit? Makes no sense to me.
You broke up.
She probably did it so she don't have to pay interest.
Dummy.
I don't know about like it's
That
not
don't
that
even make
simple.
sense. I'm just saying her man sell coke on the side, and
Mhm.
you need to wash that money quick. So they bought a little, you know, what I'm saying,
The way I look at
property
it,
and shit, like fix up property and shit,
the way I look at it
and
though,
use his coke money to pay for it.
the way I see it is, it was a lot of niggas who quit at the same time. Big head, big wigs. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking at first maybe he got sick. It's always a possibility that he got sick. You know what I'm saying? And he can't
Yeah, it was a lot
come
of
out and
people
say
saying that.
shit. He could be sick.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Because he did it immediately. So one of two things that I was going to say: A, he or his family, somebody got sick and he had to tend to him because he was in Japan and Europe through most of his career. You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? That's not where that's not where he natively is. Or two, he grabbed somebody by the pussy. That's the only two
Yeah.
options.
Hey, it could be,
I
but
feel
then,
like it's
but
the
I
latter,
think,
bro.
I,
Because if he got sick,
mm-hmm.
it would still be him or someone representing him. Or
Nah,
even
not
PlayStation
if
do
he
it. If
like,
PlayStation do it,
I mean like
they're gonna
dead sick.
explain that he's not feeling well. They're not gonna be like,
No,
They
yo,
didn't do it with
nah,
the Nintendo dude though.
with a water, that nigga just died. Nigga, like, and then we found out why we wasn't seeing his face
I
too much.
think his was a sudden death though. Water was
yeah,
a sudden
yeah.
death.
No,
Well,
no,
I
he
guess
knew
for
he was
some.
sick. No, Water knew he was sick. They said he knew he was sick.
No, they didn't even know he was sick until
Oh no! They had hospitals. What they ended up doing was that puppet show that they did. They knew he looked sick. You know what I'm saying? So they just did that and tried to be all cutesy with it. No, they knew that nigga was dying. He lost a lot of weight. I mean, he was already like this dude was already like chubby,
Y'all
and then
gotta,
all of a sudden he was
you
mad
gotta
fucking
understand.
skinny.
You
They
gotta,
Japanese, bro. Japanese people in gaming dying all the time. It's nuts.
hey,
It's crazy.
hey,
That's
I
true.
know. I'm just saying, like, they're not gonna put out people like that's personal shit. That's like saying somebody got some, like, like their wife did something, like, like that's personal shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody died, like, it's not even the job's job to announce that shit until like
Right.
he's dead.
It's your personal business, fam.
Right. So
Like
it's like against
Judging
the
by
law.
his teeth, yo, judging by his teeth, it could be something wrong with him health wise.
Hey, facts though. The nigga teeth was
I
like
mean,
low
maybe he
key.
just have terrible dental hygiene for a rich motherfucker.
That nigga, he can pay
But I
for a
just
new
feel like
set. Nah.
I, I'm just saying the way it went down seemed odd to me.
Oh, it was. You don't step down the same fucking day unless he had to go somewhere. Maybe he was extorting money. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Whatever it was major enough
But
to leave immediately.
did y'all read like the tweet PlayStation put out?
Hey, what mic is fucking up, man? Let me know. Well, they
I
said
don't
what tweet that
No,
Microsoft put
know.
out?
not on my end. It's probably his.
It's probably this Drake's fucked up ass mic and shit. Old
Come
fuck.
on now.
I mean, late. My bad. But like
We know that can't be the case.
the one wrench in my theory though about the nigga is the other nigga retiring. Like, why he retired the same? Like, it was the same day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
He's sick too.
that nigga ain't sick too.
He
They got that. Yo, I think the theory is his cordyceps. It's cordyceps.
No,
I
No.
think
I
he's got
really,
the
I
Ebola. They
mean,
had to leave.
it's very possible motherfuckers in Sony right now, making,
They
there could be a power struggle, but that happens all the
I
time.
don't know. Dark Cloud didn't say nothing about, and he works at.
Come
So
on
I
now.
don't know.
Dark Cloud is a janitor, ain't he? Ain't the nigga a janitor or some shit? I need to clean their
I
bathroom.
mean, okay, I hate to say this,
I
but
mean,
He is, right?
yo,
real shit,
that guy.
real shit though. If Dark Cloud like worked for Sony on the level that I can trust his word on it, he wouldn't be on YouTube because he's breaking all kinds of fucking
Yeah.
contracts and shit, being on YouTube
Yeah,
talking about
facts.
Sony shit. You know
Moon.
what I mean? You better shut your ass up and get to work, motherfucker. Don't you say shit. I mean, if you're on the level where I need to take your word seriously, I won't get to have because your ass
Yeah.
already paid to shut the fuck up already. Man, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my mama. What?
But at the same
Hey.
time, I'm saying us too. Best we doing is speculate. But I mean, there's good info that we had though. I'm just curious because the way the tweet was written out was oddly because they said with
Mm-hmm.
what was it with heavy emotions or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Mm-hmm.
how
Heavy
they started
emotions.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there reading it like, oh, the heavy emotion is hate with The Last of Us 2.
Stupid.
Like Sean Lee
So
said,
what do
now
you
they
think it
made it
is? So
fuck
what do
this
you think
dude.
it is?
I don't know. That's why I'm curious to know.
I
I
think
mean, that's just my
it's
speculation.
like
Maybe
I
I'm
said.
just an a hole,
Everybody
but I
stop.
feel
I'm gonna tell you what it is right now. Every once the last of the show, they got there. Nobody was talking about fucking Kojima Death Stranding anymore. And Kojima called up the fucking Yoshida and like, "Hey, Yoshida, what the fuck?" And
Come
they
on,
had to
Tay.
kick that nigga out. They had to kick that nigga out. They had to
Fucking
do it.
cat, yo. What the fuck is doing that?
They had to do the nigga dirty. I'm sorry.
The hype killer. You guys know he's the hype killer, right? That's what he's about. Killing the hype.
Goddamn,
They had to
Davis.
kill.
What the fuck?
They had to get that nigga the boot. I'm sorry.
I mean, we all buying it, so I don't know why you. We all buying that shit. You ain't
Like
tripping.
for
I like the
real,
game.
for real.
I
Every one of us.
Talking about the multiplayer. Talking about the whole Last of Us. I seen so many people just literally almost cry that day there was no multiplayer.
I mean, I know
So
people. I like the multiplayer. I'm not a big fan, but I like it. I would rather have it than not have it.
I know. There's no.
I was excited to see what they were going to second version of, but
Right.
since they're not going to do it, it's
Not
kind of
right now. They're
disappointing.
not
But
going
I'm
to do
not.
the multiplayer right. Not right now.
It's going to be so. From what I heard, it's going to be so. It's going to be so as a
Separately,
standalone.
standalone.
I mean,
Right.
I feel you
So
too.
I wanna share some with you guys, basically.
Oh
Oh
shit, here
shit.
we go.
Oh
Oh my
boy.
So
bad. The nigga Josh said basically.
Tell me it's on
Go
topic,
ahead.
nigga.
it is on topic. I
I don't
think
What?
know.
that The
Say
Last of Us is the
basically.
best
Basically,
multiplayer that Sony has to offer.
It
And
is.
I was waiting for that game the whole generation, only to find out that it wasn't going to come
Stop.
out.
That's not the
So to
topic.
me,
Damn.
That's last week topic.
it was, huh? Shut up.
Yeah, you're right about that, Thresh. That is last week's news. Nobody
I mean,
cares
we ain't
about
even
your
talked
feelings,
about it though.
Josh.
I mean, really, real shit though. Like I like it, but
they care
I ain't
about
really.
Josh.
I'm not a big fan of it. I like the single player better, of
I
course. I mean, everybody think
I
of The Last
I
of Us for
was
the single player first, but
Yeah.
I like that shit. And like you, I was
Yeah,
thinking,
that
man. I
multiplayer
mean,
was
I wonder what
awesome.
they're gonna, how much of the gameplay
Yeah.
are they gonna implement to the multiplayer first? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
But
mean
I mean,
Go ahead, Tron.
go ahead, Sean. That's all.
go ahead. I wasn't. I mean, I was gonna say like if I that's the problem that way too many speculations that out, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, did they ever say it was gonna be multiplayer when you guys
Yes.
on the it did?
they said it was
Yeah,
gonna be there.
like 2 years
I
ago,
even
they
put the
said there was
tweet.
going to be multiplayer.
I
I
even
ain't
put
talking
the
about two
tweet.
years ago. I'm talking
I
about
put the
like
tweet in
just
the chat.
now, just recently.
No, just recently they said no, but last year they put out a statement saying that the multiplayer gonna be there
Was it
last
last
year.
year or 2 years ago?
Yeah,
It was
I
last
put the
year. It was
tweet in.
last year.
It
Hey,
was last year
I
because
didn't
I
get to
put the
talk
tweet in the
about
chat.
this, but I'm saying though, like that tweet that they put out was also very just empty.
Suspicious.
It don't really mean shit. If you think about it, it don't really mean shit. They're just saying they have, you know, great ambitions for their single player and their multiplayer. So their next multiplayer is coming, but not a part of The Last of Us 2. That could mean
Well,
anything. That could mean they
no,
could
no,
be
no.
making a whole
The
nother.
last
No, no,
bit,
no.
the last bit was very important. He said, "We don't know when or where."
It's gonna
What
be
does that
established
mean?
already.
I'm
It's gonna
saying
be
that's what
established
I'm
already.
saying.
When
That
or
what they're
where? So
saying was just
probably,
so broad. It don't really mean shit.
yeah.
Like it
I
It
don't
could
think
be
it
a
mean.
means.
multiplayer
I
in like
think
an
it means a
upcoming
lot.
game that they're coming out with or something like that.
I think
Doesn't
they
mean
said a
multiplayer.
lot without saying anything. I think they said a lot.
Oh Jesus
What
Christ!
did they say?
No, I'm
What did
saying.
they
All
say?
right, let me break this down. That there's two ways it's gonna go. Right? It's either it's free or it's not. If there is gonna be a Last of Us 2 multiplayer, if there is going to be one, because real shit though, if you break that tweet down, if you can affirmatively say there is gonna be a Last of Us 2 multiplayer, you can't really do it because they actually specifically said it would not be attached to the Last of Us 2. So what the fuck does that even mean?
It's gonna be a
What it
standalone.
means is that
I'm
they're
telling
doing
y'all now.
something. What?
Completely different, right?
They're
It's not
doing
even
something. They're doing something different. So I made a video about this. It was one or two things that I can really think of.
Mm-hmm.
Think about like a big environment, like not that big, but big enough, right? That is like Red Dead, where you have 32 people and you're split up in, across factions, and you guys have to scavenge that particular area and stuff like that.
Let
Could
it
be free to
roll
play,
out.
could not be free to play, or they're going to release the shit on PC because that's what Sean Layden also said it was going to happen as well. That they want to put their multiplayer games out on PC,
well.
and I think they're using their biggest game as a front runner for this shit, and they don't want to say it
Ooh,
like that.
ooh.
Well, here's my struggle with this,
Ooh,
right?
good point,
My
Josh.
struggle with this is if it's if it's then that's kind of fucked up because it's kind of free to play is built with loot boxes and all that nonsense. You know what I mean? That's just the way free to play is. You got to have
Yeah,
like
but nobody, you think it's fucked up, but like the millions of people that play Fortnite don't think it's fucked up though.
no. Let me finish. Like, but the multiplayer that's in fucking The Last of Us 1, that was plenty good for people who like it. Now you're gonna take multiplayer away from the game itself, and you're doing something else. If everything has
Putting
to
it
be that way, I
exclusively on.
mean, you know what I mean? Like you're basically forcing motherfuckers who love The Last of Us 2 multiplayer to have to deal with that shit
So
when
let me
if
throw
they
another
want
one.
to.
So let me throw another thing. Curveball at you. Just hit it.
But here's the flip side to that, right? Say it costs $30 or $60, but it's a full ass multiplayer game. Like there's different all types of modes. Matter of fact, all kinds of multiplayer type modes where you can co-op with your friends, or you like play versus, or do what you were saying earlier, where it's damn near like that zombie game on on Xbox, but actually good. Like
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like you have to make it worth
but
$60.
people are going to be pissed whether it's 60 or 30 or 20. They were like, "Yo, this should have been in there. They should have delayed the game
Really?
because now I got to pay." Oh yeah, they're going to say that.
What's
So
going
what
on,
I
Captain
think
Boy? The Fat
could
DJ.
happen is that they're
I'm
going to
done,
slip
bro.
that shit in with DLC as well. That's the third option. So have a DLC maybe with a new character that introduced
I'm
into
done,
the
bro.
Last of Us
RHCL.
world. So everybody was like, "Oh shit!" But it so happens I'm with the multiplayer, so it's all good, right? You had to pay for DLCs anyway.
I ain't gonna front that either way. It's kind of fucked up.
All of it is.
Whether it's free to play or whether they're gonna charge you something for it,
Them
it's like
suckers, dog. Leave my name out
I'm
your
not
mother
even mad for real. Because
mouth.
when I think Last of Us, I don't
Stop
think
talking
multiplayer
about me, bro.
first. You know what I mean?
I ain't
Multiplayer is like
talking
a
about your
side note. Unfortunately, it's a pretty good
you.
side note. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was
Now,
trash, if
if
the
I take
multiplayer
that
was
6 hour
trash and no
road
one would
trip,
really be,
Like the Tomb Raider
then
game.
hit me up on that road trip.
I didn't even know
You
that
ever
game
play?
had a
You remember
road
multiplayer.
trip.
that first one did
What you
that
gonna say?
reboot?
I don't even remember that shit though. I don't even think I played that shit. I don't even think I played that
No,
whole.
no. No one played it. No one played it. Like Crystal Dynamics released that multiplayer and made it like Uncharted. No one played it. They cut that shit out for the sequel. But The Last of Us was really good, and it was pretty unique for what they had in there. So that was a really cool thing too. Now, the situation that we're dealing with now is that the landscape of multiplayer games in general has drastically changed. And here's what I believe they're going to propose to everybody that has a fucking problem with it. You, based up the statistics of PlayStation fans, y'all niggas don't like the multiplayer for Sony games. Y'all play single player. Y'all eat that shit up in droves. So they can do a whole bunch of field tests. Like, okay, so if the game is successful, then they can extend this universe with multiplayer without them making a full-on sequel.
I'm sure there's a big enough audience for multiplayer on PlayStation. It might be big platforms. I'm pretty sure it's a decent amount. If you fuck enough audience
people who
for
like that shit over, like they be mad as fuck,
man. I mean, there's still. I mean, even if you like do a blind cutout of it, you know what I'm saying? There's 100 million console out there right now. It's an even number. It's easy to like dissect it. Say like 10% of that is into multiplayer. That's fucking 10 million. You know what I mean? Like how you gonna like deny 10 million people? Right?
I mean, that's true if you look at all the statistics, but look at how many people is going to gravitate to Fortnite, Call of Duty, and the same shit over and over again. Like fucking like dogs to vomit. That's what they're going to do.
But
so
but isn't all platforms that same way? I hate the whole concept.
Not necessarily.
No,
because here's
I'm saying like you know how like people say, oh, you know, exclusive don't matter. I mean, what's the most selling games is the, you know, blah blah blah, all the multi-plat games, right? But
right.
It's like that across all platforms, right?
Not necessarily though. No, because Microsoft built
the multi. No, what I'm saying is the multiplayer game always sell better on every platform, right? Than exclusives. Is that the case, or is it only a few? Right?
Facts.
Hey, GTA 5. Look at that numbers, man.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that like
motherfucker sell better than any other game on any platform. It sells the best on PC.
It
sells the
still
best
in the fucking top 10.
It does on Xbox.
How?
It sells the best everywhere. Better than any exclusive can ever.
What does?
You know what I mean?
GTA 5.
Oh yeah.
Like it's damn near unstoppable, right? I mean, but that's the difference, though. You can't like. But an exclusive sells the system, right? So I mean, there's got to be enough people who enjoy the multiplayer to where it matters.
Well, here's the biggest issue. People don't enjoy the multiplayer Red Dead. They don't.
I don't enjoy neither side of that shit.
They don't enjoy it because it's not. I mean, it's not good.
They don't enjoy it, but more people enjoyed it if because it's on all platforms except fuck ass PC. But if it was exclusive, then less people would enjoy it, even though less people already enjoy it. Even less would enjoy it. So I see what niggas is saying. At the end of the day, this motherfucking shit is about exactly what Sean Layton said. You're gonna see PlayStation exclusives go on other devices in the multiplayer side. The Last of Us 2's multiplayer is not coming with The Last of Us. Xbox niggas would love to even see what The Last of Us would look like. And therefore it'll be on PC. Fuck Xbox. And it will be on PC.
You technically can.
Nigga. But
I don't, to be honest with you, I don't mind it.
I mean,
I don't mind.
I don't mind it either. It makes sense as long as this shit makes sense to where it keeps the console healthy. The Last of Us will keep the. I mean, even it's just exclusive single player experiences exclusive to the platform. Keep it, popping. I mean, there ain't how many exclusives that's multiplayer on PlayStation that's system sellers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like
they have a dedicated fan base. It's real dedicated when you do get them.
Right.
But it ain't no Call of Duty or no numbers actually.
Right. So, but they got games that could probably make more money. That will make more money They just don't want to lose the value of the actual system itself. We don't even have the numbers, and we can already see it. They have the numbers, so it's like them motherfuckers know exactly what's going on and how it's going on. So it's like I think that them motherfuckers is just gonna put multiplayer games. I don't know if about all consoles. Might be all consoles. It might be just this next generation. I think there's something about these consoles they're not talking about. I think especially with Microsoft and the Scarlet. Like y'all gotta understand, this shit is about to come out in what? A year now? A year from now?
About that, yeah.
Microsoft was showing off the motherfucking Scorpio, talking about it every day for a year and over a year and a half, like a year and 7 months. They was talking about the Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Until it came out. Like they quiet as fuck right now. They're not talking about specs. They're not talking about the features. They just said some shit at E3, and it's been crickets ever since. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something going on to where I don't know what the fuck is happening, but something's happening. You know what I'm saying? And with all this shit going on, I don't think Leighton and them left because of what's happening. I think that something is happening just by the way these companies are acting. You know what I'm saying? Like Sony's using their strengths. Microsoft is using their strengths. Microsoft 1 second was saying that their games would be on all devices. Next thing you know, they said after releasing Ori and all that shit on the Switch, oh now we're not putting no more of our games on other consoles. Just all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't know what to believe because the companies, you're not supposed to believe them. You just got to see how they act. And they both acted a little bit strange. Just a little bit strange.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like something's up, man. Like something's up. And every time it's some kind of good news, it's even worse news that they don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? Every time it's some bad or something.
Well, any company.
Any company, yeah,
Any
yeah. It don't
company.
matter who. It could be fucking Dairy Queen, nigga. Any fucking company. If there's always nigga Lucky Charms. The good news of Lucky Charms is that it's now gluten free. The bad news about Lucky Charms, that shit nasty as a motherfucker now. Nigga, like it's just because of the non-glutenness. But they put the gluten free on the box. They still got that munchkin on there that with the same smile on his fucking face, and they
I
just
ain't gonna front. I don't even eat cereal for breakfast.
I'm a Lucky Charms nigga. I retired from Lucky Charms. I would slap a bitch like nigga. My girl like it's two things she can't touch in the house, nigga. My PlayStation and my goddamn Lucky Charms. You can have the wallet, bitch. Don't fuck with my Lucky Charms or the milk. Those go together, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, bitch, take them
Was that
motherfuckers.
before or after?
Nah, nigga. After gluten free is gross. That shit is gross. You said the
Free.
wallet. You said the wallet before or after. What's that?
You said put the milk before or after?
No, you stupid. No, she can't have milk ever at all. Nigga, even if it go bad. Bitch, go to the store, get you some chocolate milk or some strawberry milk if you gay and from Canada, and then call it a motherfucking weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you, bitch. Don't be putting my goddamn strawberry milk. How dare you?
Is it gluten
Fancy
free?
strawberry milk.
But I still think it's news. I know that the PS Now shit is bad news though. It's bad news for PlayStation Now because they're gonna stop adding games to it. It's gonna stop growing. Now they're gonna start refreshing. That's what it says in the motherfucking in the email that this PlayStation will now start to more frequently refresh the games in PS Now. Not add, refresh. So that means they're taking games out
You know what?
and putting new games
You have
in.
to really think about it, because people did complain last year that they weren't going to pay all that money for PS Now. It
Right.
should be as cheap as Game Pass. Blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah.
It shouldn't be. I mean, Xbox niggas. Let's be honest. It's Xbox niggas that was
Hey,
complaining
don't
about that shit.
interrupt. That's
Damn,
fair.
I didn't
Jesus.
say anything.
Damn. God, I'm sorry.
I know you sitting there burping and shit.
I'm not burping.
Girl, whatever the hell you doing.
What? I'm enjoying the conversation. Like, can't enjoy the conversation?
Oh,
What drinking? What kind of enjoyment are you getting out of it?
No, like, I'm just enjoying the conversation. I was clearing my throat. I apologize.
Clearing your
Jesus.
throat.
Jesus
Right.
Christ. Let the man clear his throat. That's what he calls
Thank you.
That's what Canadians call ejaculation.
Fuck.
No, I would just. What I'm saying is, if that's the case, then it just became Netflix.
Yeah.
Like truly became Netflix,
Yeah.
because that's what Netflix does. Netflix doesn't have all brand new shit constantly. They just refresh their shit too.
Mm-hmm. That's
No,
They'll
because
exactly.
have,
look at it
they'll
like this,
have some
right?
brand new shit in once in a while. That's what PlayStation is doing right now, where they have a limited
Whatever.
time you can get
That's
all
Yeah,
the
what
stuff
happens
whatever
when
shit,
new
you.
right?
songs they get
That's
ready to
what
come out
happens
with.
when you. That's what happens when you borrow other people's content. You can only have it for a limited time, just like the
Mm-hmm.
cars in Gran Turismo.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep them shits.
They can't
Yeah.
afford.
You know,
Yeah, you can.
They're doing this shit because they can't afford it no more. You know what I'm saying? They can't afford to do
no,
so. It's too much shit
they have a
coming up.
certain budget that needs to be like they mix and match and swap out certain games with other games, but they can't
Right.
keep adding on the
Yeah, they couldn't.
games
They couldn't keep
thousands and
building.
thousands of games.
What they did is for as
You
long
can
as they
keep those
can.
cars if you bought those cars. You can keep them
No, the thing is
after their
they
license
can't
goes
they
out.
can't keep the price model. It's the price model. That's why they got to start refreshing instead of building because
Oh,
because XCloud and Stadia coming out next month or in 2 months. So
yeah,
they trying to get ahead of the
I signed
curve.
up for the beta for the X Cloud shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You done, but
I'm
it's
trying to
still
get
you
that.
Why?
gotta.
Why would you do that?
Hey, you fucking loser, man.
Nigga, it's a
Damn.
beta. It's a beta.
It's only a
Treat it
beta,
like a
nigga. I'm
beta.
not keeping it, nigga.
Your time in
Buying a
life should be
subscription.
more important than
Nigga, act
what
like
you
I'm
give
buying a
away.
subscription. Nigga, I am a
Huh?
truck driver. When I'm sitting here at a fucking stop and I ain't got shit to do, I don't want to play
Yeah,
no
so
fucking. That battery don't last long though. I had to buy, go on Amazon and buy a new battery.
Why don't you have a
What is
switch, bro? I would if I was driving a truck. Man. You know what I'm saying?
because
Switch.
he may not
I
like
mean,
them games.
Switch only got like this.
See, that's
Y'all
the
can stop
Xbox
that shit right
mentality.
now, nigga.
That's
Y'all
the
can stop
Xbox
that shit right
mentality
now,
right there.
nigga.
Mm-hmm.
It's the PlayStation mentality
I'm
now too.
disappointed in you, Tay.
It's the PlayStation mentality now too. So I'm disappointed in y'all niggas right now too.
Not the
Hey,
PlayStation mentality.
mutual.
I know what you talking about. I still buy
we
these.
we on the same pages, nigga.
Oh shit!
Hey,
No,
No,
Tay,
actually,
it ain't
what I
so,
was
bro.
thinking is, you know what
Tronny,
I was thinking? I was thinking they're trying to boost the sales of The Last of Us 2
Tronny,
Yeah.
mute your shit.
because The
By
Last of
Oh.
Us
doing
is
what?
free on PS Plus. I don't give a fuck. I already bought that shit a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? No, seriously, you think about it. They let you play The Last of Us, the first one, on PS Now, right?
Yeah.
PS Plus, you get it for free if you have PS Plus, right? So they're trying to get more people to play that game. Whoever haven't played that game, they want you to play that shit. And plus, once a game gets to a certain point, it's hard to sell it anymore. Not at the price that it's going. Like The Last of Us now probably costs like $5, $6, and it's still too much at this point. Motherfuckers just
What are
ain't
they
gonna buy.
trying to? What if they're trying to get away from giving away free games? Have y'all signed up?
Hmm?
How so?
Because if y'all sign up for the service, they don't have to give y'all free games. A shit ton of games
No,
on that service.
that's what I'm
No,
saying. I'm
if
thinking that's what.
anything, they're going to combine the now and the plus. If anything,
Yeah, if
No,
anything,
no,
they'll
I'm
do
talking
that. But
about
I'm
the
just
free games.
saying,
I ain't talking about the plus in general. I'm talking about the free games that plus gives you.
that's what I'm saying.
They're trying to get rid of it because
That,
you don't make no sales off those two games that they give you.
Well, that helps them sell the online or getting plus period. They want
yeah,
you
no,
to.
they get money. They get a kickback from that shit.
Who do?
I mean, not what do you call it? They don't lose that much money. Is what I want to say
Huh.
from doing that from putting out those games.
Yeah, but if they stop giving you and make y'all sign up for the service, they gain.
See, the thing that I see that's kind of genius with this situation, if I could just fanboy for a little bit.
A little
Oh
bit.
goddamn, this shit gonna be an
Oh, for
hour.
fuck's sakes!
No,
We got any more topics?
I'm on. No, I only say this right is because, like, from a business standpoint,
Uh,
it makes the most sense to have your games, your big games, because you know that they're not going to do it immediately, but have your big games only available for like a month or two, kind of like movie theaters. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
To get that quick rush for you to actually like play it, beat it, be done with it, and then refresh it with another game. That way, you're not keeping it on the store or whatever the case is, and you create an urgency to play the game immediately. And if they like the game, they can purchase it.
But that's taking away one of the gaming's biggest strengths, and that's
Which is,
the relief of stress. Nigga, now you gonna
nigga,
stress me out? Now
niggas
I
want
gotta
to be
hurry
stressed
up.
out. Niggas want to be stressed
No, we
out. They
don't,
want to be
nigga.
stressed.
I consider the stress reliever for gamers, nigga.
Stress because you're gonna play the game. You're gonna buy it if you like.
Model of the plus, to be honest with you. Like that's why I didn't get it. The only thing I like for plus is actually the discounts.
I didn't like shipping
I
plus.
mean, I find it hard to believe. Like
well,
this,
yeah,
I know what I
they
want
would
with
keep the
games.
discount
I know what I want with
and then get
games.
rid
I
of the
know
free
exactly
game.
what I want from games.
I mean,
I'll buy the games when I see it. I don't. I just. It's very rare that I'll see a game that I'm not. I'm on the fence about. You know what I mean? So it never really appealed to me.
the way I see it is, it's all a ploy just to get something going on the way they need to get it going on. Sony is trying not to look anti-consumer because Microsoft took up all that juice and they want that flashlight to remain on them. But at the end of the day, these niggas is out for that same money Microsoft is going after. But I feel like they rely too much on the success of the PlayStation console to go as far as Microsoft can. Microsoft knows the Xbox One is a failure. Rather than them niggas like to say that shit or not, that shit is a failure. It had a goal of 200 million sold. And no matter how unrealistic that is, that that's true for every goal that you're getting. They're damn near unrealistic. They're supposed to be so you can strive for that number. But these niggas ain't even get 25% of that. That shit is a failure in their eyes. So they like fuck that. Sony then who knows what the fuck? It has to be a fucking success. It's already beat out the PlayStation and looking to pace up with the PlayStation 2. That's a successful console. And they're making as much money as they ever have, and at the same time making as
Making
little
more money.
games. They're making more money than they ever have and making less games than they ever have. So imagine the success rate in that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
To their defense, games are a lot more expensive.
no, and the games are more expensive, and they're getting paid a whole lot more. They don't have to make exactly. It's more expensive, and they making less games. Like they making less games and making more money. You know what I'm saying? That's like a double win.
But that's an MO. That's going to be the MO for any company. The way that I see it, the way that I see that Sony is doing it, I mean, it's the only logical step. They know that they are relying way too much on the PlayStation brand, and they're trying to get out of that, but not
Why?
completely.
Why? Why would they ever do that? Who would ever do that? That's like saying that.
Because they want to.
That's like saying Apple getting out of the cell phone business because they don't want to rely on it. You know what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying is this: there's only a certain amount of a certain type of people. There's only a certain amount of a certain type of people.
So why not?
You know what I'm
You know,
saying? It's not.
that's why
It's
they
not. It's not
expand.
that they're trying to get
Do
out of.
you
Hold on,
mind
wait.
if I
It's not that they're trying
interject
to
here?
get out of the console gaming. They're not
All
trying to get
right.
out of it. It's more along the lines of they're trying to
No, they
create
try to get
new
out of the
things.
console space. They try to get out of the
I
console
will say
space just like
something.
Microsoft.
No, they're
Let me
not.
say
That's
something real
impossible for
Go
quick.
them.
ahead, try.
You think that maybe if, like you said, it may because the games are being more expensive, but they're less to make because they spend half their time making that one game and trying to make it more like open world or something and put more time to that one, while the other games are just on the back burner until the other one comes out, and we have to wait the whole other 5 more years for another one. And I think that right there is just wasting time. In my opinion, that wastes a lot of the time.
Well, wait, who though? Who? Like, what do you
What?
mean? Like, who's wasting time?
You nigga,
For
shit.
real?
You about
I
that?
what I was
Sony.
saying was I know I'm starting to see that pattern just like you said not too long ago. They just making more. Have you noticed that a lot of games that have been coming out are very open world and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and never really, and it's always looking more like they focus way on too much on details. Nothing wrong with that, but I feel like that's most of their time they're doing. And when it comes out, you look at all the games now, it's like, wow, it's kind of empty. But why did it take so many years to make it?
Well, what
You know,
game
they
is
make
empty?
hmm?
Nigga,
What
I
game
know it's
is
like a
Sea
lot
of
of the
empty?
open
Thieves,
world. I said open world games that be coming out
like
lately.
Sea of Thieves, nigga. That's how. That's which one.
Fucking agreed.
Shit, niggas,
I'm
it's
talking
empty.
about all of them.
And
You
No
know,
Man's
I noticed
Sky.
that. No Man's
Yeah,
Sky.
yeah.
No Man's Sky. Yeah.
You definitely
Damn.
It
used
took a
No Man's
while.
Sky
No,
to
that
make for that,
game.
dude. I won't argue that.
Hey,
But
that nigga was
look,
happy
No Man's
for
Sky not
30
because they're
hours.
an indie game. I'm talking about the like the first party games. I'm not talking about third party or
Well,
something.
shit. Who? I
I'm talking
mean,
about like first party
who
games.
put out a open world game other than Microsoft? At? I mean, they put out State of Decay. That shit was a glitchy mess. They put out Crackdown. That wasn't even open world. That shit was open land. And then,
Horizon.
That was a garbage world.
hey, it was shit to
What
do.
the
It
Horizon
was shit
Zero
to do.
Dawn.
It was a whole types of shit in Horizon Zero Dawn. Though.
Horizon
Oh
Zero Snooze
God.
Fest.
I
That
Every
mean,
shit
I'm
was
just saying,
horrible.
Uncharted
I'm just
4.
naming all the open world games that Sony
Shut your
makes.
ass up,
Right?
Chris.
Days
Uncharted
Gone.
4. Days
Um,
Gone.
There's gonna have a lot of content in it too, though. You know what I'm
It had
saying?
content, but there was content. You had to go look for it. You had to look for like certain stuff though.
Hey,
right.
you gotta
I
look
mean,
for
it has a lot of
zombies.
content. I just don't. I'm just getting bored of the open world kind of format. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's
Where you
gonna.
open up a
Yeah.
map and there's like 50 things on the map, like go do this shit.
Yeah,
Like damn, it's like
that's why I say Death Stranding gonna be. That's why I say Death Stranding gonna be in the low 80s at best because of that fact.
Uh,
yeah, I mean like
Honestly, I think
nah.
that this
Or
is the
among
thing
the
that
I don't
when
think it's
boringest,
because of that. I don't think it's
maybe.
because it's open
when
world.
when you allow people, you know what I mean, to like kind of explore different things. I mean, for instance, Horizon Zero Dawn, that was Guerrilla Games' like first open world game. You know what I'm saying? So it's only going to get better from this point on.
I
With
hope
depth.
so.
When it comes to Death Stranding, they made open world before, and then now they're making another open world. Basically, what I'm saying is that everyone wants to try to be different and differentiate themselves with other people. You mean with some other companies and stuff like that, and that's going to breed better games in general. And the only company that's allowing that to happen is Sony.
I mean what I'm saying about open world games, like I hope Ghost of Tsushima is what they saying it is. I'm hoping is what they saying it is. I'm
You
not for
should
sure if they're able to pull it off, but they were saying the mechanics on the open world game there is like it's not like you open up a map and there's things marked on the map where you have to go to, but it's kind of like that demo where he was like, "Oh, they somewhere over there next to the maple tree, and you can see it on the map." You know what I'm saying? All the way over there is a red maple tree, and you make your way towards it and shit. You know what I mean? Like subtle
Or
cues
you,
without actually telling you like on the map, hey, go here and complete this objective. It's just like little hints and clues that you can go here and do this type of shit. It'll be dope. Like it'll be more like like you'll feel more like you exploring that shit than just fucking. All right, you open up the map and like, all right, there's a bandit camp right here. Go clear it out. You know what I'm saying? Once you clear it out, you'll be able to see the map better and that type of shit. And it's like that with every fucking open world game.
Yeah, there's
or you could
no.
be like Ubisoft with fucking with the new Ghost Recon and have fucking pay to win mechanics, man. Yeah, congratulations, go on there, Diver. You enjoy that filth, bro. You enjoy that fucking
Damn.
filth.
You hate me saying it, but what Wolf Flash just said is in Breakpoint. You can turn off guided navigation, and then you get like it'll be in this province near a lake by a mountainside and a stream, and then you use that to orient yourself to the map and navigate yourself there. And
Right.
it's
And once you go there and know what's there, you can actually mark on your map that that's where that thing is. I mean, from all the stuff that they've been telling us, it seems like that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know if they can pull it off or not though, but
I
it's just
mean
something different to open world game because I'm
Ubisoft
tired of the
can't.
same fucking format.
it makes it feel
Ubisoft can't.
It's because you know why? It's because of it's the people that actually play the game. They want to handhold them because they get bored quick. It's difficult to like keep people's interest. You know what I mean? When people just be like they don't even want to explore the other mechanics of the game.
Yeah,
It's a
there is
crazy.
an echo. Who's echoing?
Oh, that's
Is
Let's
that
try,
you, John?
try.
That's probably you, John.
me.
I got to see the shop in Ghost Recon today. It's got everything in it that you could possibly want if you didn't actually want to play the game. Just cheap to the end.
All the shortcuts and leveling yourself up by your own perks.
Jeez.
Oh, Ubisoft. Congrats, you fucking dumb fucks.
It doesn't
That's
affect though. It
What?
doesn't affect the game. You just don't use it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Man,
you can always
The AI in that
say
game, from
that.
what
You
I've
know what
seen
I
from
mean?
people fucking
That's
complaining in
like
the last 24 hours, dude, is terrible, dude.
that's
Holy
like
fuck.
that's like if you just sit mad like fucking food like sweets and shit like that on a table. I mean, you don't have
What's wrong with that,
to.
Josh?
You could just or okay, so let's do what do you call it? Heroin. You just leave that shit on the table. You don't
What
have to
the
take the shit,
fuck?
but it's right there on that table. I just don't like when people say shit like that when they're like, "Oh, you don't have to do it," but like it's in the game. So I mean, people are gonna want to explore that anyway.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it might unbalance the PvP. It's not clear whether
No,
it
Tron, it's not
will
me.
do. But as I don't play that part, I
No.
don't care.
Mm.
I mean, I played it for about an hour this evening, and I went to the main city, which was in the beta, and I jumped out of a helicopter and landed somewhere where I couldn't be seen. And then I started opening up all of these crates, and it had the best loot in there imaginable. And then all the security forces turned up and killed me, but I still get to keep all the loot.
Hey, I got a crazy ass question, dog. Crazy. This one's crazy. What the fuck do this guy do? Goddamn topic, bitches. Huh?
I don't know. I blame Josh for going on this
Oh,
goddamn
what?
rant. This fanboy,
Fuck
this
we
goddamn
get here.
fanboy rant for a minute.
Damn.
Right?
Jeez. Hey,
Well, fix
I
the
see that
damn title
nigga.
then.
I see Almighty ass, cuz. I see Almighty. That nigga posted that Xbox card that reportedly putting huge emphasis on his camera. I don't know if
Huh?
I don't. Yeah, look in the round table chat, nigga. That nigga D posted it. Nigga, how many niggas remember me saying that the next Xbox will come with a built-in camera? Do anybody? I know I said this shit. I don't know when and where, and it had to be years ago. It's probably on the Truth podcast. If
In
anything,
your dreams.
That's interesting.
I said that shit out of my mouth, cuz
I heard you
they're
say
gonna
that.
Oh, so this
build
is a
this
rumor.
shit
So
in.
this is a rumor. This is a rumor
No, it
now.
is, but I'm telling you, the reason for the reason why the Connect got ousted in the first place was because that motherfucker wasn't built in. And they wanted to use that motherfucker to get the holy grail, the ads and shit, and get your reactions on shit. But if it's built in, then no one can say I don't want it because I don't want the Connect. That motherfucker will be just built in.
Yeah,
But
but
some of
then
I'm
these,
I'm with
It's a
telling
most
you.
of
feature.
most
Looking
most
at
most 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 of these TVs now have cameras.
Okay, and consoles, nigga, are next. You know what I'm saying?
well,
no, it's
Niggas
only
I mean,
normal.
I mean,
next.
I mean, I mean, we got to take that argument across the board. I
Yeah,
mean,
I say
don't give us
consoles.
consoles with camera.
Yeah, don't give it exactly.
No,
Yeah, we
no,
do.
because they want to
Nah,
be built
nah,
in. You
nah.
gonna see
Don't
the
give us
good with the
consoles
bad.
with fucking
Yeah,
cameras,
facts.
because you don't know anybody can
Yeah,
turn that shit on
I mean,
they gonna see you
remotely.
masturbating.
they already confirmed
Anybody can
that.
turn that shit on
I
remotely.
do the Mark Zuckerberg move. I put a tape on top of my cameras. All the devices I have that has
yeah,
cameras. No, real shit.
yeah.
I put a
No,
little
my friend
every
does
time
that too.
Every time you watch
Yeah.
porn,
Hey, didn't
The
Microsoft
does.
recent?
camera on your phone is
That's none of
recording
your
your ass
business,
right
sir.
now.
Yeah, and then they get.
That's what
Royal.
black tape's for, motherfucker. Like I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to answer that. I plead the fifth
Hey,
on
I do
everything.
that shit in front of the phone on purpose. Like, learn, white boys, learn.
Yeah.
Learn.
That goddamn camera
Yes.
get turned on your phone. That got any goddamn app use where it say, "Hey, can we get permission to use your fucking camera?"
I put no every
And
time, and
yeah,
them
nah.
motherfuckers don't even
some
let
of
me
them,
use
some
it
of them motherfuckers
sometimes.
apps they say you say no to, you
Yeah,
can't
you can't
use
even
the
use
app.
it. You can't even use the app. I'm like, fuck your app then, Microsoft. Nah, no,
The camera is not on unless that light is on. Just to let you know.
no,
That's
nigga.
not
Who said?
true.
Who told you that, nigga? You believe that
What
shit?
he
That's
say?
definitely not
It
true.
was super not
What he
true,
say?
nigga. The camera not on if the light not on. The
Oh
fuck?
my god.
Don't have these motherfuckers out here snitching on themselves.
Yeah, yeah, they already do it.
Yeah.
They already do it on purpose and shit. Going
Yeah.
on
Takashi 69 always
Instagram.
telling on niggas.
Man,
That nigga stay telling on niggas. He gonna get out and still be a huge rapper. Cause
He gonna get
that's how
out.
this
He ain't gonna get
generation
out.
is
He gonna
dumb.
get dead. He gonna wake up
Yo,
dead.
oh no,
they
he
say
for
they
sure
say
gonna
they
be in
say
some.
they say he refused witness protection too.
That mother's crazy. I would take
Yeah.
that in a heartbeat.
He
I would
dumb as
let them
fuck.
motherfuckers burn all them
I mean,
tattoos off
yeah, I'm
me,
finna
cut
say,
my
nigga,
hair
how
short.
they gonna witness protect the nigga? The nigga got tattoos all over his face. Nigga, like, what the fuck you gonna
And
do?
he was gonna they were supposed to laser them shits off.
Move my ass to Costa Rica, cut
Laser
my hair
off.
short, call myself Carlos. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Refusing. Are you crazy? You gonna snitch that hard and then just be like, nah, I'm gonna just show my old rat ass face. And just
They
I'm gonna
could
just
do
tuck
Oh,
my
wait,
face in.
did we talk about The Last of Us getting downgraded? What's up with that? Whose title was that?
Where you see that at?
I
Oh
still ain't
I
changed
mean,
that shit.
I thought
I
I
mean, it is
changed
a little
it. That
bit.
shit ain't
It
changed.
ain't
No, you
bad.
did. No, you did. You did.
Oh,
You
okay. I
did.
was
He
gonna
just
say.
added
It's a
refresh the
little
stage.
ashy.
Oh, okay.
It's a
I
little
was gonna say.
ashy. from the shit they
That shit
sold
ain't. No,
you.
I know it did. That
You
shit
weren't
look better.
ashy.
That shit
No,
looks
it didn't.
better,
But
nigga. You
you gotta
stupid.
put some lotion on.
Yo,
It don't
yo,
come
you
out
so
until
right. Yo,
it don't
you
come
so
out
right.
until
Jay.
February though.
It don't look. It don't look as good
It
as.
doesn't look as good as when they showed it the first time,
That's because
Yeah,
you.
but it still looks
it's
good.
not too far off, but it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's not too far. It got a little ash on there.
Man, if
Well,
It
with
y'all
still looks
everything
good.
in
hating
life,
ass
with
niggas,
everything in life, bruh,
holy
nothing is
Yeah,
shit.
ever as good as the
exactly.
first time.
That is literally the
Yo, I'm
best
still
game
waiting
you
on
ever
news for
seen in
that
your
Elden
life.
You
Ring
feel
game,
me?
dude.
How you gonna
With
say? How you
everything
gonna
in
Yeah,
tell
life,
well,
because there's
the
nothing
best
as
game you
good as
ever
the
seen in
first
your
time.
life that is
it's
ashy?
got a little ash, but
That's
it
the
ain't
best
no
looking game you ever
downgrade.
seen in your
Downgrade.
life, and you talking about some
You
ash.
out your
You
damn
gonna
mind,
turn around
man.
and play Gears, nigga? Get the
There should
fuck.
not be
Oh, I wouldn't say
any
Gears is the best looking game
ashiness.
that I've seen ever. Fuck
Hell
that, man.
They
no.
got, they got, they got.
No
They just
ashiness
need to
in
put a
this
little
game.
lotion on it. Add a
no.
little
So
bit butter.
so when
You know what,
Ellie
EO? So
and
you need some Gold Bond.
No, no. This is
when Ellie
last
and Dina
week's.
was kissing, right, and she was
Josh.
greasy, she rubbed that sweat on her cheeks. It stayed there. Not this time.
Oh yeah, no, yes it did. What you mean not this time? They didn't show it twice, did they?
And she don't have that gloss. She don't have
Yeah,
that
I thought
glistening.
so. They didn't show that shit twice. Shut your
Hey,
ass up.
can we get some news on Elden Ring?
Nigga, it wasn't there this time. No, it wasn't. They didn't show it, nigga. The
Damn,
No,
man.
you're
He
Because
talking
supposed
it
to
about
be
you're
wasn't
talking about
there.
gloss
glossy.
in
That's because it
general.
wasn't there.
You're
fuck?
talking about gloss in general. Yeah, you
She
Nigga,
didn't
was
know about
dry.
gloss in.
you didn't notice they knocked her
Why
teeth
does your
out?
characters have to
They
be
knocked
glossy?
Ellie's teeth out, cuz. Y'all niggas didn't notice that shit?
Yeah, no, you saw that
No,
shit when she was laying on the ground.
Yeah, they
You could
knocked
see
her
her
teeth
teeth
out.
laying right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
knocked her
she
teeth
was
out.
like, please stop.
Yeah, they was raping the fuck out of that girl,
They
cuz.
even
They,
put the
No, it
the
was
scene they were backing up
it
out.
was Joe. It
Hey,
was
man.
Joe. It
man,
was
well,
Joe. See,
damn.
the question y'all need to ask yourself is how the hell she get out?
They already, cause Joel saved her, nigga. They already confirmed
I don't think they
that
raped her
Joel
though.
is playing a huge part. Nigga, they raped the fuck out of that girl. This is the fucking
Well, hold
Holocaust.
on. If they raped them, that means they ain't a part of the cult because I don't think the cult
No,
raped
they're not
motherfuckers.
part of the cult. They're part of the They're part of the same people that where they live at, nigga. They raped her
Hmm.
ass, nigga. Why you think when they was dancing and she said, "What? Nobody? They all looking at me," but they were all looking at you, and she was like, "Well, I'm a girl. I didn't. I'm no threat." And that's when she went and kissed her. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nigga, like they was
Oh
like,
my
"Damn,
lord.
Ellie got that." You think I watch? Bet money, nigga. It's the same niggas that lived with them that raped her, nigga. On
So
me,
you
it is.
saying the plot of this game is a big revenge plot?
No,
I mean, it
yes,
is about
yes, and no.
so
They
yeah.
already confirmed it's about revenge, but it's not. But it's not even.
She's
It's
like,
not. It's not.
I hate dicks.
It's not just that. You're not gonna only play with Ellie, my nigga. You're gonna play as the
Wow.
Asian chick too,
Hey,
my nigga.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Hmm. Never mind. I forget. Never mind. Shit.
Let's see.
It's a
They gonna
So
rape it. They
I
gonna
don't
rape it
think that's
for
I
old
don't think
girl.
that's the plot. Matter of fact, I'm
You
even
know,
gonna
I'm
say
winning the
get the
bet.
fuck out of here,
no.
you fucking
it's a
Not
dog.
only
it's a
that, not only
code
that,
right
I'm
I'm
now.
winning
willing
the
to say
bet.
they did not get raped.
I'm winning the bet. Now
I don't
I
think
don't
she
think
got
Ellie
raped. I
got
think
raped.
Maybe
she was. I
maybe
I don't
think
know.
I
She
maybe
think
she
might
it was
have.
got
like the
raped,
She
but
first
might
not
two
have.
all the
seasons.
way.
I think
don't think Ellie
almost
got
did.
raped. Yeah, I think she almost did. They ripped her shirt off and all that. That's why
Like
she
on the
had her
first
shirt
one.
off, and when she was sitting down, they had ripped her shirt off. But then Joel came and saved her ass, nigga. On my mama, nigga. Like think about the whole scenario, nigga. The people around her was jealous. The guys and shit was jealous, trying to rape her. Hey, it was probably no. I don't think the Asian
Like,
dude was trying
hey,
to rape her, but I think the
they
other
came in
niggas was
that
in there.
bitch is like, hey, you a
Yeah.
man?
Nigga, they knocked her teeth
Saw a
out.
girl getting fucked by a guy, so that's what triggered her. Then.
No,
Now it
think
all
about
makes
it,
sense.
bro. It would be cliche as fuck for somebody to get shot. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like that's exactly the last game. Like Joe's daughter getting shot. It's like the same shit. But this girl was like wanted. She was the prettiest girl in the motherfucking village, and everybody was looking
Why
at
you making it sound like she enchanted or some shit?
her. Telling you,
Yeah.
nigga.
You're
I'm
making it
just
sound
telling
like
you.
a
That's what it
Disney
is. I
fucking
mean, that's
sketch here,
what.
bro.
Got dwarfs hanging out with her
If
and
you look
shit
at the
too.
signs,
No
cause
shit.
she was getting
Same.
raped by her by the
And
people
then
that she lived with, nigga. She was getting raped by the people
yeah,
in that village. Cause if you look at all the signs,
yeah,
that bitch was getting her
You
shit
trying to say
blown the
that's
fuck
why
out.
she a lesbian?
yeah.
No,
And Ellie picked up
nigga,
the phone and
they've
said,
been
"I got a
lesbians.
limited set of skills."
Cause if you in the end of the world, cause and it's only one pretty sweaty ass bitch, are you gonna give a fuck if she a lesbian or not? If you a rapist ass
I'm
nigga,
pretty
no,
sure it's more. I'm pretty sure it was more
no.
bitches in there that was sweaty.
I'm saying, I'm
I'm
Everybody was
sure,
all,
sure
man.
hey,
I
plenty
don't
of
know.
when
bitches
they was
in that
dancing,
motherfucker
do I
Yeah,
gotta replay it? Hey, do I gotta
hell
it's just
replay
two.
it?
It's just two bitches in that motherfucking camp,
No, it's
and
not.
the
and they
rest
It's
of them
have they
no,
both
men.
be
no.
lesbians.
It's all
Well,
type of
but
bitches in there.
Kansas.
It's all type of bitches in there. But she was that young hottie, nigga. She was that young hottie that everybody wanted. You see, the other guy was dancing with
Oh,
her and all that
she was the
shit.
new booty to the camp.
Hey, hey,
That's
hey.
what you're saying. She was the new
No,
booty.
I mean, the trailer said they've been living there for each other. Feel like it's that
For
I could
5 years.
you
5
could be
years.
right. You could be
That's
right. Like you
that's
say,
I'm right.
I
I'm
definitely
telling you, I'm right. That bitch was getting
I
raped.
I
Hey,
mean,
hey, South,
but
nigga.
$5
Somebody
it
jumped
ain't.
up. They jumped.
$5 it
I
ain't.
got $5 on
I
that,
don't know.
nigga.
I don't know,
Okay.
man. You was
Hey,
I
wrong
got
about that goddamn
5
Death
on
Stranding.
it.
You was wrong about that Death Stranding saying it was heaven and hell, and I told you that shit was
nah,
about
I never
dimensions.
said heaven and
You did it,
hell.
Benny.
I never
You did.
said heaven and hell.
You did, Benny.
I said he was in
I don't remember
Hades.
hearing you saying that.
I remember. I said he was
Yeah,
in.
you
I said
did.
hell, but I didn't say
I
heaven.
said, I said it was
I
dimensions.
think
I
it
don't
still
think he
has
was at
something to
heaven
I
do
and
with
hell.
it.
said, nigga,
It has something to do with heaven.
I would take you
And then
back
you
to one
do
of
a
my
video saying
first. No, you
dimensions.
stupid. I'll take you back to one of my first videos talking about dimensions, nigga. You
I'm too
I'm
high
stupid.
to
gonna go
be
back and
able to
see.
recollect what y'all talking about, so I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
go
take
back and
sides.
see. Cause
Exactly,
I
Royal.
could have
Exactly.
swore
I
me
ain't
and you.
no
I
I'm
could have
shit.
swore I came on the
I'm with
show.
you.
I could have sworn we did a show
Stop
and you was
hogging the
like,
blunt,
yeah,
Royal.
I mean, shit.
it's about heaven and hell. And I was like, I don't know, Thrash. I don't know about that heaven and hell shit, but I do think it's about dimension.
It's about
You
hell,
like,
cuz.
nah,
It's
nigga, you
clearly
wrong.
about
I'm
hell.
right.
It's about hell, nigga. It's about all of that shit. I proved it's about everything. It's about time, everything that has to do with physics and the workings of galactic physics and shit. Everything that's on that necklace is what the game
Galactus pussy.
is what the game is about. That's what it is. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I am fucking convinced that the physics of the universe has been fucked up, or and your job is there to fix the shit. And that's why you got that fucking necklace with all
How
the
you supposed to fix, how
theorems
you supposed to fix it?
that has everything from fucking parallel universes to gravity to relativity. All that shit is there, nigga.
To taking the piss.
And you
How
that's
you
how,
supposed to
and
fix
you
it?
use
Taping
that
it
and you
together
use
on
that
tape it?
and you
When
use
you
that
did that
chain
video, I was
to
agreeing
connect
with
it.
you on everything too. You did that when you started breaking down the fucking. I was like, yes, this is the shit I was saying.
No, nigga, you
You
said
finally agree with
dimensions.
me.
That's more than dimensions, nigga. That's everything.
Is that not a dimension?
No,
Hey,
What?
Royal, I
no,
have a
no.
question
You're
for
on.
you.
Parallel
No, but
No,
universes.
no.
I
You're
don't.
on Earth. The
I'm not sure if
parallel
there
universe
is a
part is the
heaven,
multiplayer.
and I mean there could be like different dimensions that you would consider to be heaven or hell, but there is
Yeah,
a purgatory. We know that for a fact. When you're in the water, when you're actually in the
yeah.
water, that's purgatory.
And if it's purgatory, there has to be a
No,
up and a down.
no.
That's why your
I don't think
dead
so no
body
more.
is actually laying there. Like your dead body is actually laying there, and connected to your dead body is the this like
Hmm.
Purgatory
whatever the
is
fuck is
the
floating
space
there.
between dimensions.
I don't think.
Right.
I think you're
No, and
purgatory,
it's
but I don't
also
think you have to
the
be
place you go
underwater.
before you go to hell and shit.
I don't.
That's a
I
safe
think it's
place.
purgatory, but I don't think you got to be underwater. Like
Yeah.
you're like wherever space you die in, like everything has been switched. So every space that you die in, when you die, you go into that purgatory state. Whatever's supposed to be there is where you'll be at. He just so happened to be somewhere where it was in the middle of the ocean. And then when he got purgatoried out, he got black holed out, nigga. That nigga was where
Man,
everything
it's like a
else was
horror.
at. Nigga, like
Yeah.
that nigga was where everything that's missing. If you look around, everything is missing. America don't look like that. You can't walk across America and it's just mountains, nigga. That is not America no more.
It's a video
It's
game.
got swapped.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
some rocky
it's a
mountains.
video game based on reality, my
Rocky
nigga.
mountains.
Goddamn. I mean, I'm just telling y'all
Rocky
niggas the
mountains.
truth. There ain't no mossy mountains, nigga. Where's a mossy
It ain't
mountain
really
at?
mountains. You got hills.
And you don't know how long
It's
that's
on the
been
east.
though.
It's on the East Coast, man.
Ooh.
Cuz, are y'all telling me you gonna
Rocky
travel across
Mountains.
the
Ooh.
motherfucking
Well,
country and not
it's
see shit?
Rocky
to
Mountains got moss on it.
Trash, trash. Most of the Appalachian Mountains is mossy.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
cuz. So the Appalachian Mountains go across the entire country? Huh? Is
Nigga,
that
you
what we
right
saying?
there.
Man,
You
he
No,
know,
didn't
wait,
walk
you
across the entire
literally.
wait,
country.
Is that what
wait.
we saying right
He
now,
didn't
Is
walk
it?
cuz?
across. He
Is it?
didn't
No,
Because
walk
it's
I
not.
live
across the
on
No,
entire
the, I
country.
live on it.
it's not.
Because I
It's
don't,
not.
this motherfucker out here. Like y'all understand? Like
yeah,
I live on the Appalachian.
point.
Well, not on it. Not on it. Like every time I go on road trips, I would pass one. You know what I'm saying? Go to Atlanta and Florida and shit. I would
Yeah.
pass in the mountains and shit.
That
Yeah.
And I
that
can't
nigga
tell if there's any moss
Kojima,
on that shit. I can't verify.
that
A little
nigga
bit
You
on
gotta
there.
get
Kojima
you gotta get
Kojima
close.
himself
You
hit
see it
me up
far
on
away.
this shit, cuz
You can't see it.
Kojima called me on the phone and that nigga told me everything. The only problem was I couldn't understand a goddamn thing he was saying because he was saying it in Japanese. All
Yeah,
right.
because he was like, these
And
No,
not
he
motherfuckers
was
and not
like,
Naughty
even
Dog done
no.
so
and not even
goddamn
because he
Last of
was
Us 2,
Japanese.
and I
It's
can't
not
even
even because he was
fucking
speaking Japanese because he was too high. Motherfuckers couldn't understand
Yes,
him.
on me, he was
like
You know
too
what I
these
mean?
high.
motherfuckers at
He
Naughty
was too.
Dog done so Last of Us 2 and done fuck my goddamn selves up.
That nigga was too high, and he
Motherfuckers
thought I was
returning
fucking that.
shit left and right.
That
Yo,
nigga thought I was his
royalty.
homegirl. His little porno homegirl he got. You know what I'm saying? His best friend, nigga. Thought I was that porn star chick, nigga. It's the only
Motherfuckers
game
wasn't
developer
funding
you
my
know with a
game.
best friend porn star best friend, dog. Proudly walking around with her on set. Like I seen you naked, dog, bitch. Fuck out of here. Play this game, nigga. Your head game is minimal though, nigga. You need to work on that if you're gonna be a professional. Nah.
Well,
Nigga.
I've got a theory about Death Stranding.
I got a homegirl that did pornos, cause I ain't even gonna lie. I saw her ass. I was like, damn, I
Mm.
didn't know. I didn't know. That's the worst feeling. When you
I've
like,
got a theory
damn,
about Death Stranding.
I didn't know I could have took that shit down. And she was a little baddie too. God damn, she was a baddie. I'm like, damn, bitch, you was this dumb? Fuck, I could have
Yeah.
took care of that.
I'm telling.
Nigga,
I think
my girl know who
I
that is.
think
I ain't never
Sam is
smashed
the
her or nothing,
last
but
man
still.
alive.
You said what?
I think Sam is the last man alive. I think it's really
That's a good.
simple.
That's a good analogy too, or theory too. I should say not analogy, but
I
theory.
think what happened is that Bridges is named after a technology which is kind of like the Stargate because there's a thing called the Eisenstein-Rosen bridge and it's used to create a wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
So same as in Stargate, you have two portals and you make a wormhole between them
So I
in
was
order
right
to
about the
get
portals.
instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
You make a bridge,
Nah.
and they're using this technology to have teleportation. So they
Right.
want a way of getting
But
from, say,
there's a problem with that.
America to China and import things without having to take ships around the world. Okay, that's I think that's going to be the concept, and
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be the first person to test it. And as he goes through it,
But you
it
got some
fucks everything
explaining to
up,
do though. You got to explain.
and
It has
it's
to.
going to mean that all reality breaks down. But because he's the only one
Mm-hmm.
that was unaffected because he was in transition through the wormhole,
Mm-hmm.
the whole universe breaks apart, and he has got to put it back together.
But but how do you explain fragile? How do you explain Higgs? How do you
Well, he
explain
only
Mama?
I
encounters her in the world that is not
I
the real world.
But Mama's there too. So is Higgs.
But is Mama alive? Because is
Yeah,
Mama
she's
only
alive because her
alive
baby's
because
there.
she's
you
connected to her
guys,
baby that is
I
Mm-hmm.
still born?
Mm-hmm.
Would Mama? I mean, do you even know that Mama's really there?
Um.
I
um
mean, you don't know if
She
Die
told,
Hard
she
was
told me.
No,
you
she
know
is there. She
that
is really there
really
because
she's there.
he was carrying her. He was carrying her in that one trailer when they met up with
I have real
Higgs.
doubts about anyone being there.
But she was
I
on
do
his
have a
back, nigga.
question. I you know what? You
Hmm.
know Kojima's favorite movie is what's that, Space Odyssey.
Oh,
Is it?
Kojima.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
that's
that.
one of his favorite movie. Yeah, it was
one of his favorite movies is Space Odyssey.
yes.
What?
That's why you're gonna be seeing a lot. That's one of his
What?
favorite movies. Yes, Space Odyssey.
That nigga, that nigga still
Well,
high.
So
I
you
think it's a
can't figure out Space Odyssey, then definitely you're not gonna figure out like Death Stranding.
I
I
figured
think
out
it's
Death
a very
Stranding.
fertile
Trust.
area. If you say he's the only one alive, right, then you can deal with topics, so philosophical topics to do with alienation, isolation, existential nature of being, that sort of thing.
But they
That's
showed
what it's
him.
going to all be about.
But you gotta see. But you gotta understand. They showed the nigga with multiple motherfuckers though. Like they showed him with the two dudes on the truck. When one of them got his face turned old, and the other nigga got sucked into the portal. Those are two niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got the part with Fragile. You got the part with Higgs. Like that nigga not alone. You
Yeah,
can't.
but
You
how
know,
many people have you seen that aren't holograms or weird or
the
on
niggas
life
who
support
got
are in the
killed,
real
nigga.
world?
Those two niggas, the
Well,
one that turned a hologram ain't gonna turn his face old from fucking Timefall, right? Because it's not gonna touch him. You know what I'm saying? His
Everyone
face
that's in
got changed by
council
time,
is
and then they
is
shot him in the
in.
head. Remember? Yes. Nigga, I'm the
Yeah, but
master
I don't think
theorist.
these people are real.
No, I think they are. But how not? Who was driving the truck?
They could be from other splintered
Who
universes
threw
that
him the
trying to
baby? He was
piece
like,
it
nigga, take,
together to
nigga, fuck.
solve
He was
it.
like,
He's
fuck
the
child
one that
support. Take this. How? Nigga, it gotta, nigga, your theory gotta look, you gotta look at every facet of it. I'm telling you, you got to, because he was with Fragile. In fact, you see Higgs carrying off, you see Higgs carrying off, the Bionic Woman, and at one point she was a fucking hologram as well. So is she a hologram to Sam? Is she like none of it makes sense. None of, like it still don't make sense about how it working with the hologram. But he can't
I'm
be
just gonna
alone.
buy it next month, bro.
That's probably about
That's
it.
what I'm doing.
Yep.
I
Well,
mean,
December for me.
I just don't have the capacity to break it down like that. You know what I mean? I'm
I do.
intrigued
Yep.
about it. I ain't gonna be here trying to break it
Maybe,
I
down
be
shit
wanting to
every
break it
maybe if you
down.
do.
I be wanting to break it down. Like fucking with
Royal, I do have
I'm
good
gonna just
news
tell
for
you
you
this.
though,
I'm
brother.
gonna just roll
Hmm.
one and play that shit because I feel like that's necessary. You have to
Yeah, that's
roll
gonna be
one and play
Agreed.
that
necessary.
shit.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And I promise you,
Sure
you
enough,
play that
it's
sober,
fucking
you will
caught up with
understand
my
it
mind.
at the end. When you complete the game,
Yep.
you will understand it.
I still
If
don't
you
understand.
play that shit sober.
I still don't understand. Metal Gear, and again, I played that shit half high, half sober. So he might have like a little theory that's going on right. Kojima high though. Kojima high.
This
all,
yo, this
all the
Royal
time.
man, this rumor better be fucking true, dude.
What rumor?
What?
What rumor, nigga? And why just
Elden
for
Ring information came out today.
who?
Elden Ring from Sakura's new game.
Next topic. Oh no, Elden Ring. No, my
Bitch.
bad. My bad. My bad. What's the rumor?
Yeah.
What's the rumor?
What about
What the hell
Elden
you
Ring?
thought he was talking about?
Okay. So the Game Awards in December is supposed to reveal the first gameplay showing, of course, for the game itself. That's according to rumors,
Mm-hmm.
with a release date of April 2020. But the
Damn.
actual breakdown of how the game is supposed to play is rather fucking interesting and fascinating. Rather interesting. So let's see
Okay.
here. So most of the combat is built upon the foundation of Soul series, right? The powers that you
Okay.
get from the bosses are integrated into combos like the prosthetic and Sekiro, but only for all weapons. Some of these can also be
Okay.
used in open worlds to open new paths, much like you can in Zelda. There's an
Hmm.
FP bar like it's used, and it's part of a new burn mechanic. Using these powers burns your arm until they become ashes. Your arms can also be cut by enemies if burned to a certain degree.
Ashy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, John. You can
Is there
use the
eternal
mechanical
lotion? Is there
arms as a
eternal
weak.
lotion to fix it?
You're probably not. No, but
No
I mean,
lotion can
fucking.
fix.
But anyways, limbs are dropped by enemies, but only some can be used as replacement for your arm. Most of the other ones are rotten or already burned, and they can also be offered to covenants. Resting at specific altars fully recovers your arm. Stealth kills allowed to recover a bit from the burns. Specific skills like crouch, swim, dive, power stance, blah 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 blah. Fucking are all supposed to be there as mechanics in the game. Skill trees with different paths. Okay, it says here, so the skill attributed depending on your starting class. You can obtain skills during the game depending on your build by using skill points. Your arms are a new mechanic as well. So they're basically combining both fucking Souls and Shakiro into one game. With an open world like
How
Zelda.
original.
That's true, man. My dick ain't ready.
Nigga, your dick ain't.
Sounds interesting.
Ew.
Nigga, how can your dick get ready for something
My
it ain't
dick is
prepared
not
to
ready
do?
for that game, dude.
Your dick ain't prepared. That's the better word.
Nah, bro.
And
Jesus,
this nigga's
no.
logical nonsense said breaking news. Over Twitter, Naughty Dog has posted that they will not be developing the single player mode for The Last of Us 2. So fuck nigga,
Wait,
you know
what?
what? I'm not even going. I'm not. I'm not.
Did I hear that right?
No, of course nigga lying. I mean, but I'm just saying, like they already showed and it showed off gameplay and what you mean they not making it come out in a couple months, nigga?
Wait, say that one more time, sorry.
Oh shit. No, he said that it's in the chat. Read that shit. I don't even feel like reading that. Lies.
Talk about the what I put it there.
Lies.
Which chat?
Nigga, we got anything else on these motherfucking
Nigga say.
topics? You
Just
fuck
one more thing I do
ass.
want to bring up before we get the fuck out of here. There, fucking
Thank you,
trash.
sir.
No problem. When the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that now?
What?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
waiting.
Say
okay, my bad.
something. I didn't hear you.
My,
What
No, I
my
didn't hear
bad.
happened?
shit.
Shit. Well, I thought you had something else you wanted to bring up. Okay,
No.
so I wanted to bring this up real quick. That fucking apparently the Fallout Legacy collection leaked on Amazon and got pulled off the actual website at the last minute. I want this to be
What?
true. Yeah, the Fallout Legacy collection will compile Fallout, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition, Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition, and Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition, all for $50.
Mm, not
Why?
Why?
interested.
Significant about that. That's
But
going to be
shitty ass fucking fuck off fucking 76 and fucking Fallout Shelter is nowhere to be found. Thank Christ those games suck.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, don't know why anyone.
Why?
What the hell
The
was
hell was
Why?
that?
Why?
Jesus.
What was that?
Fuck was that, dude? A demonic slit? What the? You fucking loosey goose bitch ass motherfucker, dude. Swear to Christ, man.
Did you see the Mortal Kombat trailer for Terminator?
No, I seen
That shit looked hella
the
gay, bro.
thumbnail. I seen the thumbnail, but that's it.
That shit looks so dumb.
Oh, the
Yeah.
other game.
The Terminator was a bad choice.
No,
Yeah,
why?
that shit looks so fucking dumb, dude.
You look dumb.
Motherfucking likewise. Look at yourself, bitch. Fuck.
Why? Because I'm black.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, man. Trust
Man,
me, all of us are fucking favorite.
get your outros in, Canadians.
Outros, man. We ain't even fuck outros. We didn't even do intros.
I
You
know,
know?
right?
Hell yeah. We went
Oh,
straight into
Jesus
the
fucking
fucking
Christ,
topics.
dude. Well, Fatal, you're glad to be here as always. Fuck y'all, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, Royal Flush Draco Rex Agent Gambit. Fuck y'all, I'm out.
There you go, bro.
I like that. I
Kill it,
like that. It was
kill it,
simple. You know what I'm saying? Got the point across. I like that.
kill it
There you
takes
go,
two
bro. That's what I'm
nines.
saying.
Hit the like and subscribe button. Fuck y'all, I'm out.
Hey, I know, late. I gotta go to my girl house, nigga. I told y'all, niggas. I mean, that's why I was late. Well, I wasn't late because of that. I'm late because of work, but now I gotta go to this damn girl house. Fuck ass nigga, late nigga. Don't be questioning me, nigga. I know we gotta be like them regulars, nigga. God damn, nigga. Go ahead, Tron. I'm sorry. I'd be like them regular ass niggas,
It's
cuz.
your Tron, whatever. What's Gold Blade, whatever you want to call me. Fuck you.
That's
Damn,
right.
your girl has spoken.
What up? Trying, you gotta say fuck y'all, I'm out.
You still here,
I
Josh?
did.
She did, but she
I
said it
Hey,
told
like,
Con,
you.
Oh
I
shit,
got
she
something
broke
to
out to
ask
me. My
you.
bad.
"What's up?" Oh shit, what happened?
I know.
No, after the outros.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, get your outro then, nigga.
Yo, this is JD Omega.
Oh, slow ass talking nigga.
The
Hurry up.
douchebag from the south.
Fuck y'all, I'm out.
Stupid.
I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, you fuck niggas, man. We out early.
Josh silly
You
as
know what I'm
fuck, bro.
saying? Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through to the Roundtable Podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is King Thrash UK. I'll be
You don't want to hear from me.
bringing. Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
we forgot.
My bad, competitor. I can't see icons.
Wow, Thrash.
I can't see icons, nigga. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, good evening, everyone. I won't be swearing. I don't feel quite in the mood.
Won't be
Oh, we're gonna
swearing.
ruin the plot.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That shit tickled me, cuz. Go ahead, cuz. I was like, I won't be swearing. Okay? I am civilized in this bitch. Okay? I'm actually from the UK. Hey, I heard that nigga Foxy UK don't even play PlayStation. You know, my bad. Go ahead. Hey, these are facts. Hey,
All our
hey,
topics.
hey, y'all can quote me on that, nigga. Ask that nigga what's the last game he played, nigga. Watch you say The Witcher. Go ahead, though. Uncompetitive, cuz. Go ahead.
Well, I said it.
Oh, it's King Thrash
But good,
UK.
He just
good
he
Y'all
He
just
niggas
said
know
he
what
doesn't
it
want to
is.
spoil it. He doesn't want to spoil it because he's day
You
ahead
want
of
me to
us.
say fuck? I'll say fuck. fuck.
There it is.
Good
Fuck.
boy. There you go. That's what's up,
It,
boy.
it,
I'll
sound, it,
accept
sound, it
that.
sounded like you said
I'll
but.
accept that like a
It
bet.
sounded like you said but that's close enough for a British. Um, it's King Thrash.
My what?
God damn that.
My what?
Oh,
Shout out to all the niggas who not here, nigga. Big Money, Ian, Snow Buns.
Where is she at?
yeah.
Hey, where's Snow at?
She warming her buns.
Damn, jeez.
She's
Captain Thug
look,
Nasty,
she's
nigga.
busy.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She don't get busy. She get
Nah,
busy,
So
nigga.
what's going on? She
what's going
using
on?
up her bum?
All right, Future Element. Yeah,
She
she
got the
like
titties popping in there.
hey, nigga, I'm telling you, nigga, I see the twerk. Go, all right, Logical,
Yeah.
Future, Swoles, Massey, Shadow Spade,
You
nigga,
using up
nigga,
my
Shadow Spade,
bum, baby.
Shadow Spade. You just now make the limit of me respecting your name, nigga. Shadow Spade, Lay, fuck you, Coon, fuck you, Jamia. Um,
Damn.
who else, nigga? Don, nigga, Mighty Mouse was good, nigga, and oh, that nigga put Big Cloud the whole professional. Damn, niggas is disrespectful today, cuz.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, what do you do? Like, goddamn. Leave that man alone, nigga.
Yeah,
He
you
already,
guys are doing way too much with him. Just
yeah,
so
man,
you
leave
know.
Ryan alone. He already getting bullied by a Ukrainian nigga, cuz. Like, come on. Let that nigga live. You know what I'm
I didn't even
saying?
pay attention. What y'all was saying about
Nah, we
them?
talking about, nah, we talking about nothing. Alright, y'all
You
niggas.
ain't said nothing about that.
We'll holler at you bitch ass niggas later, nigga. Peace out. Yeah, peace